As book girlies, we get so defensive when it comes to our 5-star books. Like, we don't want to hear criticism. We don't want to hear what you didn't like about it because obviously you're wrong. And I have the best book taste ever. What are you talking about? What do you mean you didn't like it? I thought it'd be funny today if we saw 1-star reviews of all my favorite books, aka my 5-star books. If you guys are new here, make sure you like and subscribe. My name is Miles. I make booktube videos, book talk. I'm on the Instagrams. You can find me. My beautiful friend made me this cute shirt. So at Miles Reads a Lot. And we're going to read pretty brutal reviews of my 5-star books today. So hopefully you get a laugh, you get a giggle, because I screenshotted these over a week ago. So I don't really remember what some of these have said. Let's get into it. So one of my 5-star books is Divine Rivals. And let's see what some of the haters had to say. I had high hopes, but unfortunately it's giving Wattpad. Divine Rivals, I don't think gives Wattpad. Like, girl, have you read Wattpad? This was like magical realism and like poetry. So I'm like a little confused on why that would give Wattpad. Wow, such a disappointment. 1 star. I'm still cringing. Damn. It's so funny when you're like bawling your eyes out to a book and someone's like, I'm cringing. Like, and you're just like having a mental, you're like breaking down over how sweet something is, and someone else is just like, never have I wished for less romance in a novel. One of my critiques was, I wish there was more romance in this novel. So we are not on the same page, Marta the Book Slayer. Okay, Susan said, I lost brain cells reading this book. Sad face with 30 thumbs ups. Really? Not me over here being like, I think this book is so whimsical and I thought it was so like poetry. Like, oh gosh, it's so funny how people just have completely different opinions than you. Next we have, writing was pretty, but also I'm also pretty. At least I have something to offer. With 202 thumbs up. So you agree? You think you're pretty?
Agree. What? You think you're really pretty?
Anyway, that's all I could think about. That's witty. Okay. Nah, I'm done. You all lied to me. And honestly felt, because the amount of book talk books that I've read where I'm like, yeah, no, y'all lied to me. So I feel that. Okay, I feel that one. It's like if 2 teens met on Christian Mingle and then whined constantly. Did this book even talk about religion? I'm like so confused. And I mean, the people agree. It has 144 thumbs ups. But like, I don't think religion even like was a part of this book. It had a magical typewriter. Okay. I kind of respect the author for doing no world building at all. Okay. Yeah, I give you that one, girl. She writes letters like I did when I was heartbroken at 13 over my Minecraft boyfriend. What? World building? Don't know her. Okay, valid. The girls on Book Talk that recommended to read this after Fourth Wing, I hate you. Okay, so that's where you went wrong. Why would someone recommend this book after Fourth Wing? Someone do that. Like, valid. They literally lied to you. There's no correlation between Fourth Wing and Divine Rivals. No. Okay, so this one is about Scythe, my tried and true. And I definitely wasn't new to the bandwagon of Scythe, but I definitely think I read it before, like... Actually, I don't know. It's giving pick me, so I have no idea when I read it. But I hadn't heard, like, too much about it when I read Scythe, and I love a dystopian, so... Okay, what do you have to say to disrespect my book? To quote the classic, she's got all the personality of a lemon that has truly been sucked dry. Oh, what classic is that? James and Jameson. If you're seeing this, I'm sorry. I did not like this. Illy, though. Okay, that was nice, like that's a nice way to like respectfully put out in the universe. James and Jameson, are they twins? Are they brothers? I don't know if their names are similar. That, you didn't like this one, but but you still love them. They wasted your time a little bit, but like they happen to see this, just know, and I respect that. Plain Toast has more character to it than Citra and Rowan. I mean, their personalities weren't crazy, but like there was a lot going on. Okay, like they're like literally the Grim Reaper. What are you expecting from them? To crack some jokes? Do you expect them to be like doing like stand-up comedy? I don't know what you're expecting from them. They're literally the Grim Reaper. It takes place in the year of Siberia. That's all I have to say about Scythe. That means nothing to my brain. Someone said, oof. 1 star. Sometimes less is more, people, so. DNF at 15%. The plot sounds interesting, but good God, this is badly written. So painful to read. I don't understand how this got published. I mean, I've read some pretty bad books that got published, so like, that's a bit dramatic. That's a bit dramatic. This is my tried and true Saving Six. I loved this book. Okay. Romance is so fucking dead. If books like this keep on getting published, I don't think that is the reason romance is dead. Okay, this is fiction. Romance is dead because people suck in the real world. Call me crazy, but the book sucked. Like, I love Joey, but this book was kind of plain. ... Gulp. Joey is the book, Zara. He is the book. He is the book. More from Saving Six. 1. So that was that. Okay. Pain. In all caps. All right. DNF at 60% in. Hated Alfie in this. And Joey was acting weird too. You got 60% into this like very traumatic book, and that's what you have to say, is that they were acting weird. Amount of like trauma that happened in that book, and all you have to say is that they're acting weird is crazy work. 1 star, god awful. I literally had a panic attack during this book. I cried my little heart out. One's for The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Okay, so this book I know is not for everybody. I personally read this book, DNF'd it the first time, listened to the audiobook, and it became my life. So, you like this book, good for you, but fuck me, it was so boring, overhyped, and underwhelming. This book can sit on my middle finger and rotate. Damn. Okay. Morgan's she's a little angry. That's crazy. Sit on your middle finger and rotate. That's a new one I've never heard. I know I'm in the minority here, but God, this was so long. It dragged and dragged. I don't understand how a character who lives for 300 years stays the same throughout all of it. Not my jam. I mean, valid. Then again, she couldn't remember, like no one remembered her for 300 years, so you gotta like kind of catch her some slack. Like she literally had to restart her day every day. Okay, like what was she supposed to do? Have a character arc? Have a huge character arc? I don't know. A life no one will remember, a story you will never forget. I guess that was like one of the advertisements for this book. Honestly, I want to forget this miserable experience, and I guarantee I will forget everything that happened in this book by tomorrow. So I guess that's fitting. All right, that was sassy. It's been a minute since I've had a book cause me actual physical pain from how disappointing it was. LOL. RTC, when I can get my major thoughts together. Okay, you don't need to return. I think you said enough. I wish God had given me as little self-awareness as it gave the characters, the narrative, and the author. This was actual torture. What the fuck was that? Okay. Funny story by Emily Henry. I don't want to talk about it, so I won't. 578 thumbs up. She thought she ate with that one, and someone agreed. 500 people agreed but she ate with that one. Okay. The MC spends the entire time complaining about how she built her entire life around her ex-fiance and then proceeds to build her entire life around another man. I mean, valid. That was valid, but he didn't suck as bad. You know what I mean? So I had more fun reading the other 1 and 2 star reviews. She's a hater to the core. These characters need personality development training and self-help books, not some love story. You know how food tastes bland when you forget to add salt to it? This book is the equivalent of that. Okay. Cohen said 1 star, too millennial for me. And honestly, I get that. That's how I feel about Catherine Center's books, not to throw a stray at her. Love you, but that's how I feel about her books. But I don't know if Hamlet Henry gives me millennial vibes. But okay. If you created a drinking game out of every time she mentions a man smelling like ginger, your liver would leap out of your throat. Mary Elizabeth, that is creative. Fast fashion books feel like Hallmark movies with characters and act like they're on Disney Channel. That aren't my cup of tea. I'm being civil here. What are you when you are not civil? That's what I want to see. I want to see what you would have written if you weren't civil. Snooze Fest wanted to DNF at 30% and wish I did. Funny story, reading this made me suicide. See, that's when we cross the line. Okay, you just put it down. Go touch some grass. It's gonna be okay, Nico Penny. It's gonna be all right. Oh God, Powerless. They're gonna destroy me in this one. Okay, I finished it. That's the nicest thing I have to say about this book. I've read fan fictions written by 12-year-olds on Wattpad with better plot than this. Okay, Wattpad, there were some bangers that came out of that, but this has 1,387 likes. Okay, so many agree. What in the Hunger Games, Divergent, Serpent, and the Wings of Night, Throne of Glass, Young Elite, Shatter Me fandom mashup is this? Disclaimer, I know nothing of the author and don't keep up with her. I mean, valid. I mean, if you really think about it, every single book that is put out in the past 2 years is the Hunger Games, Divergent, Serpent, the Kings of Night. Like, literally, they're all just like, they are all that. Okay, so we took a shot every time someone smirked, said vicious little thing, cough, cough, Kai. Okay, don't come for our mans. Or was wearing a thin shirt, you'd be hospitalized for liver damage by the second half. Seriously, what was with the thin shirts? These people are wearing Sheen? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Someone said word. They said those so often, I was actually worried. Huh? The Sheen shade. All right. Someone said, what the shit, man? Is this book good? No. Full RTC after I go reconnect with nature or something. What's RTC? Return the I don't know what the fuck that means. Where have standards for published novels gone? Do we edit books anymore? I used to read shit like this on Wattpad for free. Shake my head. 1 star. I'm free. Worst fucking experience of my fucking life. If you know, you know. That is a Trisha Paytas quote. And for that, Liz, I love you. What the fuck is this Red Queen Hunger Games shit? This is straight up plagiarism. Nothing about this book is original. Nothing. The author literally copy and pasted every single detail from both those books. Okay, I actually did read Red Queen after I read Powerless to like do some investigating myself, and I could not stand Red Queen. They're very similar. Yeah, they are super similar. She definitely reheated her nachos, but made them better. So it's like getting nachos from like a hot dog stand, but then she like went to like the Mexican restaurant and then like, you know, got better ones. I don't know. That was a bad example. Spark of the Everflame, Never Trusting Book Talk Again. I loved this book. So can't believe somebody looked me in the eye and recommended this book to me. Wow. All right. I recommend this book to so many people. I feel personally attacked with this one. I'd probably like this book if I was 13, but the fact that grown adults love this book is actually mind-blowing. Okay, fuck you too. If you like actual fantasy that expands your mind, nah, not for me, no thanks. Then read at your own risk. It's actually terrible. All right, well, this book was more disappointing than my ex. Okay. A little bit of trauma dumping there. Oh, the sweet irony. I desperately wish I could use this book to feed my fireplace. If only I still had one. That's the spark I'd like to experience with this. Right. This is Magnolia Park's A Long Way Home, which I loved. There's no reason for this shit to be 80-something chapters. If only they went to therapy. Okay, valid. They all need therapy, but they're not going, so we're going to read about it. Okay, and then someone said he did go to therapy. You're right. BJ did go to therapy. Did it help? No, but he went. I didn't read it. I'm just a hater. And honestly, I respect it. What in the ghetto is this? I would say that this book is not ghetto. They are literally in London, like socialites. My dog chewing a bone in the back of this video. Now that could be considered ghetto. That could be considered low budge ghetto. Okay.
But like also, do you want to not?
If I could go back and erase this book from my memory, I would. I should have given up after the first book. And you didn't. And for that, you should be proud of yourself. 0.5. Okay, 5. Not exaggerating when I say excruciating detailed outfit description was nearly every other page. Who the fuck takes time to actually Google this shit? Who the fuck cares? Well, I mean, yeah, it's giving Alexis Nyers in her little tweeny boots. What is she like? I didn't wear heels. I wore pumps in my little tweeny skirt. Anyway.
Court with my tweed skirt.
I fucking hated this so much, it's actually quite sick. I've never had a book that has made me want to gouge my eyes out, melt my brain simultaneously, just such an extreme. I fucking hate Magnolia and BJ. They are so childish and intolerable. It makes me want to bang my head against the wall.
You needed to put the book down, DNF it. So bad, I want to give you a 0, but that's not possible. So I give you a 1. Tyra Banks. I hate it. And I skipped a lot of the paragraphs about closed descriptions. Okay, valid. But it was all so addicting, like soap dramas. I want to know what will happen. But what the F is that ending? Just why? All right, so you liked the book. So why are we here at a 1 star? Sounds like you liked it. This is for The Only One Left by Riley Sager. How to throw in a thriller, okay? Even if this book was the only one left, I still wouldn't recommend reading it. All right. Well, that was low-hanging fruit with the title. Hate this book. I'd write a review, but in all honesty, I never want to think about this book ever again. This book was stupid. Okay, Katie. This was a library book, but somehow I want to pester somebody to get my money back. Well, That is all the 1-star reviews that I have for you guys today of some of my favorite 5-star books. I'm not going to lie. These were hilarious and some of them hurt, especially the one attacking grown people that read it. And what about it? I feel personally victimized by these 1-star reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want me to do a part 2. I had so much fun reading these. They actually were witty and funny. Make sure you guys subscribe. I will be making videos every single week. You have to come back, see his face, be a part of the Bestie fam. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!